Happy anniversary, Dain and Hillary.
A happy 30th anniversary, which is an incredible milestone.
Happy anniversary, Dain and Hillary.
Happy anniversary, and we can't wait to give you a big, big hug.
Dain and Hillary, 30 years.
I wish you an amazingly wonderful congratulations on your 30th wedding anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Mom and Dad.
Happy 30th anniversary.
Hi, Hillary and Dain. Happy anniversary.
Anniversary, Mom and Dad. Happy anniversary, Dain and Hillary.
One word that would perhaps describe your relationship. And to me, it is together.
Together.
Those are the times that we have cherished the most. You've spent 30 great years together. You have 2 wonderful children together. And with weddings and ski vacations and graduations, we've all been together. And that has been a most enjoyable time for us. And now we have a little song for that together.
Okay, here we go. Wherever we go, whatever we do, we're gonna go through it together. We may not go far, but sure as a star. Wherever we are, it's together. Wherever I go, I know he goes. Wherever I go, I know she goes. No ties, no fights, no feuds, no egos. Just amigos together. Through thick and through thin, all out or all in. And whether it's win, place, or show, with you to me and me for you, we'll muddle through whatever we do together, wherever you go. There we are.
The word that I would use to describe Hillary and Dain is family. And that's because they're family to me, and because since I have known them together, that's what they've been, a family.
When I think of one word to describe my parents' relationship, I think it'd have to be happy. Through thick and thin, they're always able to maintain a certain level of joy, whether it's with family, with friends, or just between each other. And that's always been really important, I think, for the whole family.
One word that best describes Dain and Hillary. What I thought was the word balance, because the definition of balance is an even distribution of weight, enabling someone or something to remain upright and steady, to keep or put something in a steady position so that it does not fall. I picked balance because, to me, you both balance each other. Not one person outweighs the other. You hold each other up and push each other forward as to keep the other from falling. For anything to work in life, there is a balance you must find. That's why I believe you both are successful in your lives, because you have found each other, you have found your balance.
My word for you is enveloping. Not only do you envelop each other, but you envelop those around you, those you love. You wrap around, you get involved, you create a comfort zone and make people feel comfortable and safe.
The first word that comes to mind to describe Dain and Hillary is inspiring. I am so inspired by the beautiful family you've created, your relationship, and your countless number of achievements in life. It's very inspiring.
So what word would I use to describe Hillary and Dain? Well, team. They work together as partners. Individually, they each have enormous strengths, and working together, they're unstoppable.
My favorite memory of you two is when Matt and I decided to live with you guys every single weekend in Aspen up until we moved to LA. I will never forget those weekends. It was so much fun.
When we think of you, we think of fun.
Fun and music and going
wonderful
to concerts.
Kids.
Good times with your family,
Yeah.
skiing, all the wonderful things you like to do together,
And
which
we
are
would,
so
too.
impressive. And
Starting in Boulder way before 30 years, hanging out at the UMC, then staying at Jack's house and living in San Francisco and playing dominoes and sharing the GTO, to all the family trips we've had and times that we've had to be together have just been great. And it's a wonderful accomplishment.
Well, I have many from all the different places that we've spent time together in Boulder and in San Francisco and in New York and Jackson. But my very favorite memory of Dain and Hillary together is their rehearsal dinner.
Favorite memory of my parents, I mean, there's so many of them, from concerts to sports to school stuff to everything, but I think what really resonates most with me is our time beach barbecues in Nantucket in the afternoons, driving on the beach, grilling. That's always what stuck with me the most.
Hillary together, well, I'll never forget their wedding. There were many high points in that weekend in Chicago. Fortunately, none of them ended up with any of us doing any hard time or soft time in the Cook County Jail, but it was a joyous occasion. Dain and Hillary were two of the first to walk down the matrimonial trail amongst our group, and looking back on it 30 years hence, it truly seems like it was yesterday.
I'd like to talk about a couple of favorite memories. Of course, the birth of Matthew, which came first, was an important one. And then on another occasion on my birthday, I got a phone call from Dain, and he said, "How would you like a nice present for your birthday?" And I said, "Certainly, I'd love it." And he said, "How about a granddaughter named Jacqueline?" And that was just a marvelous remembrance of all four of you, as a matter of fact. And then there's a second one that it goes back to an earlier part of your relationship, and that was when Dain came to San Francisco after graduating, and Hillary went to New York to Lord and Taylor's fashion school. And Dain, while he was in San Francisco, found that there was a company that offered free or low-priced meals to their employees, and he used to sneak in there and have lunch. And when Hillary came out to San Francisco, Dain revealed to her that that place was a spree, and that's where she went to work and really started in the fashion business. So those are a couple of unique experiences.
And that led to great things for Hillary. Very, very wonderful.
And the family.
Time. And the family, yes.
Hey, Dain and Hillary, I can't believe it's been 30 years. Oh my gosh, I remember when you guys were getting married back in Chicago, and we had tiny little Stephen, and it was just a beautiful wedding, and it's been like fast forward since then. Of course, before that, we had a great time in Boulder, and all the great music and parties and skiing together, and all the wonderful experiences that circulate around Boulder. So those are just great memories. And since the kids have come along, you guys have just been great parents and aunts and uncle to to our kids, and we just really appreciate that. I think of all the great times in Nantucket and family trips and all the things that we've done together. So it's really been great.
One of my favorite memories of all of us as a family are all the wonderful Thanksgivings we had in Connecticut. With Dain, you making your world-class mashed potatoes, and Hillary, you're making a beautiful table setting that would rival Martha Stewart.
So what's my favorite memory of Hillary and Dain together? That would be when I went out to visit Hillary in Boulder in college, and I met Dain for the first time. And seeing the two of them together, my gosh, I'm getting emotional just remembering it, because it was just so lovely to see the two of them together, and it was so clear that it was meant to be. And what stood out was how sweet they were to each other, and how sweet they were to everyone else. It was so lovely.
Mostly of Dain and Hillary. Most fun times were the family trips that we've taken together, and especially the ski trips. And the way it worked on those ski trips is that I was the piker in the family as far as skiing goes. And Hillary was better than I was, but wasn't quite up to the speed of the Fritz boys and Susan. So Hillary and I would often ski together as partners, and so my job was to keep up with Hillary. And Dain was such a sweetheart. He would often ski with us, and he always, would take us places that we were a little nervous to go by ourselves. So he was such a gentleman. He would always take us, and Hillary was nice to tolerate me as I tried to keep up with her. And I remember one time in particular, we were in Jackson Hole, and Hillary and I really wanted to go up on this one place. And Dain said, well, it's pretty foggy up there. It's a little hard to see, and it's a little bit of a challenge, but I'll take you up there. So he took us up there, and sure enough, it was like a whiteout, and we couldn't see anything. So Dain takes off, and Hillary and I look at each other and go, well, we got to get down somehow. So we start heading down, and I'm going, oh, I don't know if I can do this. And Hillary said, she turned around and looked at me, and she said, what you can't see won't hurt you. And so down we went, and I've used that phrase a lot.
My favorite memories of you is just watching you dance, whether you're at a concert or grooving at home. I love to watch you just having a great time together, and that expands to when you cook a meal together or entertain your guests. It's just highly complimentary.
If you're looking for the one song I think of when I think of Dain and Hillary, it's pretty much the soundtrack from Fleetwood Mac in 1977, I would say, 1978. Throw in some Firefall, some Eagles. There was a lot of heavy rotation, a lot of bands going around at that time, and that music still endures today, much like your relationship.
Okay, this song. This was the toughest one and the most fun. I went through a lot of consideration of Fields of Gold, for example, and listening to the music. But in the end, of course, I had to go with James and Secret of Life.
Guess the song that works best when Matt said pick a song is Rocky Mountain High. You were Rocky Mountain High in love all those years ago, and then now here you're back in Aspen, Rocky Mountain High, both in love and legally otherwise.
What is one song that reminds me of Hillary and Dain? Well, that one is easy. Rocky Mountain High, John Denver. And I am so happy for you that your journey has taken you back to your beloved Colorado, because that is where your love began. And here you are celebrating your 30th wedding anniversary. 30 wonderful years. Keep that Rocky Mountain High going.
Music goes, I couldn't pick one song to represent you guys, because there's been music as part of your lives and our lives from the very beginning, from the days in Boulder when we listened to Pure Prairie League and Jackson Browne to James Taylor, and music just has exemplified so many aspects of your life. So while there's not one song, I would just say music is what I really think of when I think of you guys.
Think of a song that reminds us of you.
And here it is.
We've decided it's the Eagles. Love Will Keep Us Alive, because it definitely has kept you guys going. We love you.
Bye.
Happy anniversary.
Bye.
Bye.
One song and one artist, there's no question but that it would be the song Sweet Baby James. The artist is James Taylor. It's a beautiful song from 1970.
There was one song that we remind us of your relationship. Of course, together, that's a known because what we have told you earlier in this little deal. But I thought that there were 3 songs rather than just one that would kind of describe your relationship, and that would be Chicago, where Hillary was born and where the wonderful wedding took place. And then, of course, San Francisco, where after you graduated from college, you kind of started out your world together. And then New York, which is such a beautiful and wonderful and exciting place where you spent many, many years together. And now you're in Colorado. I don't have a song for Colorado, except maybe Mountain High, Mountain whatever it is. But anyway, we love you both.
Yeah, and we just hope you'll have many, many more happy anniversaries.
Together.
Together, okay.
So the song that best describes Hillary and Dain. There's so many songs from so many artists. Obviously, music's been a huge part of our family. But when I really think about it, I think there's only one song, and this is it.
We've been through some things together, with trunks of memories still to come. We found things to do in stormy weather.